It's that time of the year. For the first time on YouTube, I'm going to correctly predict where every club in the Premier League is going to finish. So if you're not seated well, I suggest you look for somewhere comfortable and drink in this masterpiece. Okay, enough with all the BS. Let's get into it. At position 20 will be Burnley. Every promoted club coming to the Premier League is scared. Why will they not be scared? Every promoted club in the last 2 seasons has gone down without a fight. None of them can compete anymore. It's like 10-year-old me versus my African parent. This is a mismatch. I think Burnley will be the worst among the promoted teams and will finish dead last. This squad has very minimal Premier League experience, and that's not even the worst part. They are coached by Scott Parker. You know, the guy that lost 9-0 in an actual match when coaching Bournemouth. This guy cannot coach in the Premier League to save his life. At 19th will be Leeds United. Yeah, Leeds fans are not going to like this. Leeds actually have a decent squad, but the worst part is that they are coached by Daniel Farke, another guy who just can't coach in the Premier League. I've seen this guy stink up the place at Norwich, and you want me to believe that all of a sudden he's a good manager? Nah, this guy belongs in the Championship. Sorry Leeds fans, but 19th. At position 18 will be Brentford. Everything that could go wrong at Brentford went wrong at Brentford. I'm convinced that someone at Brentford just pressed the self-destruct button. Because who on earth authorized the selling of your captain? How are you agreeing to sell your captain to your direct opponent? And for 10 million, we have the likes of Madueke going for more than 50 mil, and you could only manage to negotiate for 10 mil for your captain. You've then proceeded to sell your best players, which is totally understandable. You've got to cash in when they are still hot. But the worst thing that happened at Brentford is letting Thomas Frank go. Actually, that's not the worst thing. The worst thing is replacing Thomas Frank with Keith Andrews. And I know you're asking yourselves, who? Yeah, this guy has never managed a professional match all his life. But I should think so, because this guy was the set-piece coach at Brentford. So Brentford just casually replaced the guy who has managed them for more than 7 years with their set-piece coach. A guy who has 0 games, 0 wins, 0 losses, 0 draws. That's basically like appointing me, because I promise I have the same stat line.
Okay, we are cooked. Yeah, we are absolutely cooked.
At 17th will be Sunderland. Damn, it feels good seeing Sunderland back in the Premier League. To be honest, I'm a little bit biased putting Sunderland in 17th, but can you blame me? I grew up watching Sunderland in the Premier League. Most of their squad have the Premier League experience of a toddler, but they somehow managed to convince Xhaka to join. I swear they kidnapped his mother. Their manager is Regis Lebris, a guy who was relegated with Lorient in the French league. Okay, it's starting to look bad, but I'm still rooting for Sunderland for survival. Make me proud, Sunderland.
Really, nigga?
At 16th will be West Ham. These guys actually have a talented squad, but I don't know what usually goes wrong at West Ham. I just can't trust this club. These guys always get talented players, but they just don't know how to make it work, do they? They don't. This is a club who once had Carlos Tevez and Mascherano in the same squad. I'm putting West Ham in 16th because they are coached by Graham Potter. I know by now you've heard me yapping a lot about managers, but don't underestimate the quality of managers in the Premier League. Graham Potter is among the not so good ones. Come on, this guy had a very talented Chelsea squad in 12th. At 15th will be Wolves. Wolves will be one of those teams who are just there to play through the season. They might flirt with the relegation zone once or twice, but mostly just there for the vibes. At 14th will be Fulham. They have a decent squad and a decent manager. I bet they will get to the quarterfinals of either the Carabao Cup or the FA Cup, but in the Premier League, just average. At 13th will be Bournemouth. Bournemouth will have a quite disappointing season. Not because they don't have a good squad, not because they don't have a good manager, not because they only got 50 mil for Dean Hudson when half the planet wanted him, but because you guys sold 3/4 of your backline. And the quarter you left is old man Adam Smith, someone who is years to 40. Bournemouth will be good in attack, but they'll leak quite some goals. I bet they will lose a lot of games through comebacks. In 12th place will be Nottingham Forest. They will surely drop off after somehow finishing 7th last season. There will be a lot of fatigue in this team, especially considering that they are playing in the Europa League after stealing this spot from Crystal Palace. Speaking of Crystal Palace, they will finish at 11th place. They'll have quite a similar season with Nottingham Forest. I can't wait to watch Crystal Palace versus Nottingham Forest because these guys have been going at each other all summer. Definitely one of the matches to watch out. In 10th place will be Brighton. Yeah, Brighton will have quite a lukewarm season. They'll be fighting for literally nothing. They might even get knocked out of a cup by a championship or a League One team. Their rookie coach will definitely get exposed in some games this season. They'll surely lose a game by 5-0. At position 9 will be Everton. And I know what you are thinking.
Is this nigga serious?
Everton have a decent squad and have had decent squads in recent years. It's just that they always appoint managers who can't navigate through a Premier League season. All they have been doing is flirt with the relegations on every season. They now have David Moyes, who yes is a good manager for the Premier League. I don't know why Moyes is disregarded that way. This guy used to be regarded as one of the best managers in world football. But that was before he took the Man United job. After that, it was downhill. Failing at Real Sociedad and relegating Sunderland did not help his case either. This will be Everton's highest finish since they had Carlo Ancelotti at the wheel. Back when they were signing actual James Rodriguez. Yeah, 2020 was a crazy year. At position 8 will be Aston Villa. I know Villa fans are not going to be happy about this one, but you guys have already proved that you cannot play well in the Premier League and still play well in Europe. Plus, you guys have had a stinker of a transfer window. In 7th place will be Man United. Any position that Man United will finish will be an improvement. And I should hope so, because you guys finished 15th in the last season. If you somehow manage to drop off from that, then this club should just be demolished and started over. This will be Amorim's first full season. He will be decent, but he's surely getting exposed in some games, especially big matches and crucial matches. Let me put it out there. I don't really believe in Amorim. He's a good coach, but nowhere near world class. Come on, he came from the Portuguese league. At number 6 will be Tottenham. This will be the most improved club position-wise. I know tipping a club that finished 17th last season to finish in 6th place is crazy, but Spurs have a very good squad. It's just that Postecoglou's tactics were ending this team with injuries. Thomas Frank will set up a very defensive team that will be hard to crack. At position 5 will be Newcastle. Lately, Newcastle have been moving like me in everybody's DM. Straight rejection. Apparently, nobody wants to play for Newcastle. Even players you've been chasing for years like Joao Pedro and James Trafford got a better option and ditched you real quick.
But that's fucked up what they be doing to y'all.
The worst part is that you have 2 goalkeepers with ADHD and PTSD. One of them has more relegations on his CV than Blue Bunny has bodies. Plus the Isaac situation is just sad, man. I don't even know why I'm putting you guys in 5th. You guys might just rot in the bottom half. To be fair though, Newcastle still have a good squad. Apart from the goalkeeping position and striking position, I think they'll just be fine. They'll start the season well, trying to prove their worth, have a very rough mid-season, then end the season well. At position 4 will be World Cup winners Chelsea. Chelsea will have a very good season. They'll even be in a title race at some point, but I bet there'll be some attitude in this dressing room. But again, what do you expect? You guys are signing everybody. I'm forced to keep checking on my grandma just to make sure that Chelsea did not sign her. So yes, a very good season, but for that best. Coming in at that position will be Arsenal. For the first time since Messi won the World Cup, Arsenal will not finish in 2nd place. I don't even know if this is a good thing or a bad thing. Arsenal will have a great season, but winning the league is where they will draw the line. Victor Gyökeres will not score more than 15 goals in the Premier League. All the same, I still think Arsenal will win the FA Cup. Arteta will finally win a major trophy since wearing mask was cool. At position 2 will be Liverpool. I know every Liverpool fan is about to spend their last savings to try and come for my head, but let me land. Everyone is predicting Liverpool to win the league, and I can't even blame them, because Liverpool are going absolutely crazy in the transfer market. For Christ's sake, they just signed a backup striker for 100 mil. I'm convinced that this is a money laundering scheme. Either that or Ancelotti has the owner's nudes. I feel so sorry for Jurgen Klopp, man. This guy had to live on pennies, and the moment he's gone, the club starts splashing money on every flashy toy in the market. I think there'll be a small disconnect in the Liverpool squad, and they'll fail to win some crucial matches. The winner of the Premier League will be Manchester City. I know I sound crazy, but Man City low-key have a very good team. Apart from their defense, which is a bit shaky, the rest of the team is great. They will score a lot of goals this season. Come on, they still have the best striker in the league. They'll beat 2 or 3 teams by at least 5 goals in a single match. Let me make one final bold prediction. Omar Mamouche will be a contender for the player of the season. This is how the final league table will look like. You can take a screenshot and hang it in your room because this is the best piece of art you'll ever own. Those are my predictions for the Premier League. Tell me what you think about them and also give me your predictions in the comments. Make sure you like the video, share and subscribe. Trying to hit 1,000 subs, by the way. Your sub will be highly appreciated. See you in the next one.